What's good with it? What's the good word? Thank you for tapping into another episode of Nomad Radio, episode one of the Jekyll and Hyde podcast. So I just talk to myself. And if you could find a jewel or a diamond in there, glad I can help. I'm just talking about real life situations and shit. Think about it, I could start off with shit crazy. Bow. Oh, what you mean shit crazy? Smoking cigarettes, right? So, I smoke cigarettes. I've been smoking cigarettes since I was 17, tobacco period since 16, and weed also. And I would consider myself a late bloomer considered to my friends, you feel me? Compared to my friends. But now with that being said, I know that this shit is killing me, right? Who gonna stop me? Not me. Definitely not you. You feel me? It's how? Why? You know, you deal with these struggles in life, right? Every day, no matter the subject, right? And it's like, if I take accountability, which I do, it boils down to like a discipline, right? So now, since you have a lack of discipline, you should know that's why other things in life might not work, right? So now, as I begin this podcast, and this is episode 1, I'm just gonna talk about my faults and my flaws. And if they reflect upon you, or you think I'm talking to you, I ain't no pastor, no preacher. I'm just trying to help you figure things out, just like I'm trying to figure it out. I got my ups and my downs, I got my flaws, and boy, do I got a motherfucking story. I've been through a goddamn lot. And guess what? If you've been through it too, let me know. That's what I'm here for. Fuck it. My life is about changing lives. I always thought about the rich stuff, all of that. Like, I could rap, I really could. I believe in that, you know what I mean? I'm also a carpenter, but at heart, I really want to be a person that can help people. Because I want to leave a mark. And to me, I think that's more of a life worth living than fame and fortune. And it is what it is. Don't get it twisted. I still do want the mansion, the Ferrari. I want to find a way to get there. I mean, that's not my dream car, but you get the idea, right? But I can't get there without helping people. And I always say, I'm one person that said, if you give me 100 million, I'm only need $1 million. Why? I'm giving that shit away, and I'm gonna do charity in the right way. But back to it. That's why I'm here. And life is a long journey, right? I've dealt with depression, right? And I am not one to say, for lack of a better word, I would say, I'm not one to say get over it, right? But I will honestly have to understand where you're coming from, but 9 times out of 10, you could get over it. Like, I done put myself in depression states before, right? And it's like, oh, it's this, oh, it's that. And then it's like, one day you just wake up, because I always tell myself this in life. This is a motto I follow. You could dig a hole, that's fine, right? You could climb out of it, right? Don't dig that hole deep enough where you can't climb out. Because then, when you can't climb out, you start to point the finger, you don't want to take accountability. Why? Because you can't see no tomorrow, shit like that. You know what I mean? That's what pushes people to the edge sometimes. Because of their lack of discipline, right? It all boils down back to that, right? I don't consider depression a state of anybody else's actions but yourself. How you decide to get over it, whether it be the help from a therapist, your friends, your loved ones, right? I went through it. I went through episodes, enough to do a series, right? Couple seasons too. And I could always point the finger at people, right? But it's like, No, it's me. I could always blame a situation, but I'm like, no, it's me, right? It will always be you. It will always be decision making. It will always be a battle between what you want, what you need. And then it comes down to a battle of, not even a battle, a discovery, like of self-awareness, right? Like, what do you want and how do you see the world, right? But you gotta have, let me see, an open enough mind to understand what reality is and the difference between your thoughts and what reality is. And then you battle between that, right? Because, like, I know it's people that's like, I don't give a fuck, right? But they take, I don't give a fuck into every situation in life, right? And that's not what you're supposed to do, right? It's a time for war, and it's a time for harvest. You understand what I mean? So I don't give a fuck in harvest don't mean the same as I don't give a fuck in war. I need you to not give a fuck in war. You get what I'm saying? But in harvest, not giving a fuck doesn't work right now. You get what I'm saying? It's like, I'm tired of saying, you get what I'm saying? Fuck me. Like, but you gotta think about it. It's not called changing your attitude. It's just being logical and cognizant of where you at right now. And that's what I think is wrong with a lot of my people nowadays, right? I know smart fellas. I know good fellas. I even know dumb motherfuckers. Just like anybody else. We have 9 billion people on this earth. No two people are alike. It's so many personalities, right? And this is what kills me the most, right? You know, if you have good advice and you want to drop a jewel sometimes on a friend, right? Some of them may be like, man, you ain't doing nothing. What you mean I ain't doing nothing? Oh, you ain't doing nothing, so you can't tell me what to do. Is good advice not good advice? Is good advice not good advice? Somebody help me there, because I'm kind of lost. That's all I want to understand. Because a crackhead could tell me not to smoke crack. He could tell me that. A person that went bankrupt could tell me how not to go bankrupt. We learn lessons from other people's mistakes. So how dare you look at somebody trying to tell you something and you say you ain't telling me nothing? Don't you learn from their mistakes? They showing you something, right? Come on now. So it's like we overuse the word hypocrite, right? We miss out on lessons. We don't respect elders. I don't even, that's crazy. In society, I don't even see kids helping the older people. I'm still helping them. You know what I mean? But then again, you don't see them outside. And if they outside, they gangbanging. They ain't helping nobody. And that doesn't even make sense to me. Then it's like, we're the OGs, right? Man, I don't get it. Then I get it. It's like, fuck it. We a selfish nation. I gotta do me. I get it, bro. I get it. It's a battle. So if you hungry, you gotta go steal, right? Cause you don't go work. And then it's like, if you work, you could get robbed. Because you're not gonna go steal. Cause you're gonna be working. It's crazy because the only person that wish you prosperity is a thief. Why? A lawyer needs you to get sued or locked up. The police need something to happen to you. The fire department needs something to happen to you. A thief, the only nigga that wish you good in this motherfucker. Nah. But that's crazy. Man. Yo, so the other day, I was talking to my friends, right? And he's some flat earther, alien conspiracy. The moon is on Earth. type of dudes. Like, they sent me a bunch of clips on Instagram. Oh man, I didn't even. Look, I thought it was Kyrie and probably 100 other people that thought this. Lord Jesus. Whoo. I'm not gonna lie, since I'm not gonna say their names. Oh yeah. I got to see they school records. You're not finna be telling me this shit with these. No. I know you can't believe this because of these. No. You don't believe. No. I know you don't believe this because of these. Alright, so Bob. So we having a conversation. I deal with logic and I keep an open mind. So I'm sitting there like, alright, Bob. I'm gonna listen to what you're saying. Right? And I'm gonna hear you out, right? Because I picked my argument up. And then I sat there and said, keep an open mind because you won't get like the best out of them. You know what I mean? Like, I want to know where is this derived from, because as I'm telling them to prove it to me, they're not proving it to me. So they're like, the earth is flat. All right, I get it. But why would you think it's flat, bro? Look at the map. They're showing me the maps that's already been proved wrong. And first of all, I will link everything below. I could get into the conversation, and I'm gonna pull out a couple details, but we're gonna use common sense. And if you want to check out a dope channel that debunks a lot of myths, you can check out The Wild Files with Hecklefish. Boy, Hecklefish is funny as a mug. Hecklefish funny than a mug. But nah, check it out though. But back to it. So they so adamant on telling me this. So now you see how you can look on your phone and you can see different planets in the sky if you get the right trajectory and you're at the right spot, right? And you can tell from the flashes of light. So now these guys are telling me those are different realms. We travel. Mortal Kombat? What? Shadow what? Shadow realm what? These are different what? Boy, you don't understand where I thought I was. They said they ain't say shadow realms, but they said these are different realms. And I said, what? Realms? Nah, now we're not even talking about God. I don't even know where we at now. This night, look, we believe we got here somehow, right? When you talk about realms, what you talking about realms? What you mean realms? How do we travel? And then now I'm saying realms. Now I'm like, so you believe in aliens, right? He said, yeah. I said, for real? So now, a lot of people might not be with me on this. A lot of people might not. I think life is so special that as of right now, we just might be the most advanced species. That's why we haven't seen anything. I believe that. And I also believe every species that do have life gotta go through something that starts it over, and a couple survive and we keep it pushing. That is a fact. That is a fact. I mean, I can't say it's a fact, but that's what I believe. You know what I mean? Because I ain't trying to convert nobody or whatnot, but sometimes I just like to use like logic. Like, if they more advanced, they come here, oh, we shot them down? Oh, we got them in Area 51? Oh, they don't like their loved ones? Look, I said like their loved ones. They don't love their loved ones? If I'm from planet Zuzar, right? And you shot my homie down on Earth. Oh, we blowing this motherfucker up. What you talking about? I can make it from Zuzar to Earth, and Earth can't even see where I'm at? You telling me I can't blow Earth up? Like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, I'm moving faster than the speed of light. I'm undetectable. Either I'm gonna help you or destroy you. What is any animal's nature in this world that we know so far by logic, right? And these guys are defying logic. Oh, we got the flat Earth. The flat Earth. Oh, we got the Arctic wall. it's people behind the article. I'm like, see, the thing was I entertained the conversation. Because see, I watch a lot of YouTube and I'm also into the conspiracy theories. But the reason I'm into conspiracy theories because I love to see how true they make it sound. Then I also like to see how it's also debunked. That's the best part about a conspiracy theory. And then after that, they keep going on. Now that shows you the level of where conspiracy theories sit on an IQ level. I'm sorry to say it like that. I'm so sorry to say it like that. That's where they sit on the IQ level because they don't have the common sense. They're telling me why we don't fall off of Earth because people that's on different parts should fall off, right? And look, I am no scientist by no measure. I'm just letting you know I paid attention in school and I'm just using common sense, right? So now I will believe that an ant doesn't think he's upside down on the bottom of a basketball, right? That just shows you how gravity works, right? It's crazy, right? From a different being. Even though I know it's probably something to do with his biology also. But an ant on a ball would think it's a flat surface, right? No matter how round it is. Given an ant knew what round and flat was, right? And then there's animals out here that live in a different perspective as us. Am I correct? Or am I wrong? And I don't mean as in 4D, maybe, right? But there are animals that live in like 2D. Like a tree might not be up to them. A tree is flat. We look at ants going up to them, a tree might be flat. I'm not sure of that, but I know there are things like that on this earth somewhere. But it's like when you tell people that they don't understand it, and then they say, "Oh, we ain't been to space, we ain't been to the moon, we ain't been to what? We ain't been to what? We ain't been to what? How we ain't been to space? Please tell me how we ain't been to space." So now you're gonna say, "Oh, how we ain't been to space? We ain't past the cloud. We ain't past the cloud. We ain't past the filter. The coffee filter, nigga? That's what you saying, nigga? The coffee filter? What you talking about, bro? Come on now." So now I'm going into it with them, and they're like, "Oh my God, they showed it on Arizona. Oh my God, they showed the other one in Australia." So you really believe that? So China went to Australia too. Russia went to Australia too. And all these nations that got beef, yes, I know these nations work together in space. They don't work together on Earth. But you mean to tell me they got a hoax this big? Like we ain't got satellites orbiting Earth, natural and unnatural? The ones we made plus the ones that's naturally there? There are rocks that burn up and fall down here all the time. How do you have a sunrise and a sunset? So what you telling me, the sun move around Earth and we just stuck? That don't make sense, right? But they will keep going on. Then they also believe, right? You could go to the Wi-Fi's and check this episode out too. I think it was Apollo 19. Look, I will link that in the description too. But they said, yeah, you seen the woman with their head. Yo, I went along with the story, but I seen the episode of Wi-Fi's like that a month ago. So it's like, oh, I know what they talking about. So they believe the shit that people actually came out and said it was fake. So that's how I know what level of understanding they at with this conspiracy shit. So it's so crazy. If you put yourself, you gotta check out the Wi-Fi's. He debunked so many mysteries, and they find the people that actually tell you the truth and how they were lying. And these people that still believe it, you'll see where their logic come from, and they will never ever want to confront this. They're gonna tell the Wi-Fi's he lying. Promise you. Why? Because remember, conspiracy theories cannot be wrong, because then there's no conspiracy. Remember, people really believe everything in life have balance. Certain things in life have balance. They're just trying to balance anything that's going on with the world. They're finding something. They are the rich artists. You gotta make a living off of it, right? You got to. The people that don't get nowhere, don't help them into heaven or hell or whatever you believe in, right? So it's like, why be a conspiracy theorist? You're not changing people's lives. You're just out here spewing dumb shit and calling everybody else dumb and not trying to change nobody's life, nor are you setting an example. You are talking ish and you ain't doing nothing for nobody. So if you want to be a conspiracy theorist, fine. You ain't no better than look, I don't even want to say it like that because I don't know the parameters of YouTube, but it's like, all right, you ain't no better than the average person then, right? You want to be a conspiracy theorist, but the average person is living for themselves, right? And but you so I don't even want to call it woke because woke is just such a general and broad thing. Broad thing, and it's like when you say woke, it's like you could be woke and stupid because it's stupid woke people under the definition of woke, but people just won't understand, and it's like sometimes it don't make sense. But how do you open a person's eyes? They'll have a book that they can reference to. They'll have a source they can reference to. But one thing I always tell a conspiracy theorist, besides you, so show me somebody with merit that believes what you say. Show me that. Once you can show me that, I could give you a little more credibility to where you're trying to go with what you're trying to say. Now, that's where you kind of debunk all conspiracy theorists. Because that's the moment they lose their self. And then once they lose their self, they call you stupid. And that's fine. And I've been waiting to debate these guys again. And look, oh boy, am I gonna have a story to tell you guys. I ain't gonna lie, thank you for tapping in. The episode not over, but let's go back into self-healing and self-awareness and figuring things out. So now, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, I came up with a little plan for myself, right? Because like, I'm a carpenter, but I broke my foot, right? I tore my fourth and fifth metatarsal, right? Boom, boom, fell off a truck. And yeah, it kind of fucked up, but it was a gig job, so I'm only getting $50 a week unemployment, and I'm just using this YouTube shit to find myself, you know what I mean? I ain't even worried about getting paid. I just been finding myself. I've been up and down. I've been in the rut. And that's why I was talking about the depression shit earlier, because it's like, it's kind of self-inflicted, you know what I mean? You could get yourself out of the rut. And speaking into this microphone is helping me do that. You know what I mean? I used to get it out in rapping. That's why my raps were so deep, and I didn't talk about topics in my songs that was relevant, unless I was speaking from my heart and I was talking about like police violence and stuff like that. But I always spit from the heart because it was like a gateway, a segue to like getting my feelings out and moving on, dealing with it. And now this is what this microphone is, because if you can see some of the earlier videos, was going to be reactions. I thought I was going to keep up with like hip hop, and I think this is my calling to talk and just relate how my day was, my week was, and hopefully you tap in. And this will always be a podcast with me and myself. I may invite a guest or two. But I thank you for joining me. And let's run it up. And I told you, anything I make off of this, I'm giving back. And I give back for real, you know what I mean? I'm based in Brooklyn, New York. You feel me? I make anything. I'm throwing cookouts. I'm doing something for the kids, you know what I mean? I can't be rich and you not. Ain't no way in the world I'ma do that, you know what I mean? But I will definitely get my situation right to get your situation right, you feel me? And that's what I tell everybody. If you walk through the door, I wish you would link arms and walk through a door. Guess what you can't do? Fit. That door meant for you to walk to, better yourself, and come back and take care of your people. Because some people don't see your vision. And that is a fact. But what's a problem with people today? They use their vision and they include people. And now guess what? Your vision is contingent on other people, and now you mad because other people can't get with you. Why you dreaming around other people, right? Ain't that a fact? We got to stop doing that. Stop seeing people in your dreams. If you stop seeing people in your dreams, maybe you could realize them, right? Because that's one thing people want to do on this earth, right? They want to make sure you know that they was there. You know what I mean? That's what we here. That's what we all here for. We always want to leave our goddamn imprint on this damn earth. And that's a fact. No matter what we believe in, no matter how we started, no matter what, we want to leave our imprint. You know what I mean? And I get it. We all we gonna get there one day. We all are. Why? Because we supposed to. That's what humans do. There will be people that won't. And sometimes we gotta eat that because it's gonna be our loved ones that won't. It's gonna be our best friends that won't. It's gonna be people that's with us on a dream that won't. And it's sad. But sometimes life have a path for you and it ain't what it is. And sometimes your decisions make your own path, especially when you don't take accountability. As we said earlier, you have to take accountability for every single situation that you're in. If you're waiting for a situation to become perfect, to do the right thing, then that's crazy because life may never be perfect. Life ain't perfect. For it to be perfect, you got to be one lucky son of a Ain't that right? And we all know that. We know life ain't perfect. We're gonna get beat up. We're gonna get beat down. And especially us men. Life ain't easy for a man. Believe that. Man. Yeah, I'm smoking. You can hear it in my voice. I've been missing out on polls trying to speak. I'm speaking from my goddamn heart. But I also know we got that fucking capability in us. You feel me? That's why this is the Jekyll and Hyde podcast. It's two sides to every story. No matter how right you think you is, remember, every man is right in his own eyes, even if we think he's wrong. That's also a quote that I believe in. So it's like, do I live a life of a hypocrite because I believe in that quote? Every man is right in his own eyes? Because he could be doing dead wrong, right? So that means now that's a lack of knowledge and wisdom, right? Right? Right or wrong? We got to understand that now, right? Now just dig deeper. This shit like an onion. We just got to peel back mad layers. We got to get rid of depression. We got to raise up the wisdom. We got to learn how to stop wearing pride on the forehead and put it on the side. And it's two sides. It's two sides. It's like, man, we got a long way to go. We got a long way to go. And I hope that this podcast can help us all. You know what I mean? Because I'm fixing my life as we speak. And I hope I could still be alive to see the fixing. You know what I mean? And then I know I may go off subject. And I'm just hoping everybody could relate. Because I'm just rambling. Because when I just said alive, now I just start thinking about these young kids, right? And how they be passing away. And it's like the saddest part about these young kids passing away, it's like, you're 17, my boy. Why are you worrying about not making it? You should not be worried about not making it. And I'm not talking about not making the NBA, it's not making it in life. And that's crazy, right? Because when you're 40, your friends that died, you're cool with their ops now, y'all all cool and letting shit go, and there's people that died. Like, it's sad that certain people can't grow out of the beef. Certain people, like, I wouldn't even say grow out of the beef and they be friends, but it'll be deaded. And it's like, damn, I lost so many good friends because the beef wasn't deaded? Why go through that? I come from a good neighborhood, you know what I mean? I come from a good block. Right? We ain't no punks, but ain't nobody had to go through what some of these people had to go through with their hoods, their blocks, their gangs. You know what I mean? And it's like, people lost a couple friends and all that. You know what I mean? But it's crazy because a lot of people, they got 4 or 5 homies down from their block, and it's sad. And then it's like, the beef going to be deaded for the few that make it through, and it's like, was it worth it? Was it worth it? Because we all not here. So this beef shit is stupid. And if you understand that they really want to have us wrapped up in it, go ahead, because everybody is crazy nowadays. Nobody ain't playing with nobody, right? And then you got people wilding and don't want no part of the violence. And then it's like, it's a commodity, it's a fad, it's a it thing. Because I know situations that kids talk ish, and then when ish hit the fan, it's over with. You know what I mean? And you can't have that in life. I got a friend that calls me and tell me everything that he go through. Everything that he go through is self-inflicted, and he don't want no parts of what he's doing. Love him to death. Won't call him by name. And I promise you, he won't even know himself by situation. I got too many people that call me, and we all vent and express our problems. You know what I mean? That's what we're here for. We're supposed to be each other's support system. That's what real G's do. You know what I mean? But, I mean, besides all of that, it's like, when these wounds are self-inflicted, you don't have the knowledge to understand that. And I won't say that I totally do, because there's things that I do that's still self-inflicted, that's detrimental to my life and health. But when you don't have it, that's a mother effort. Because then life becomes that much harder. And then when you don't have nobody in your corner, that's like 10 times worse. And now it's like, shit. It could take a turn for any goddamn thing out here in these streets. And that's a fact. And that goes for anybody. It can happen to anybody. Yes, anybody can sit there and look at somebody and say, yo, you could just do this, you could do that, you could pick it up and fly right, you could pick it up and do that. I get it. Yes, we all can as human beings. I get it on a broad spectrum. Yes. I definitely believe that. Us as humans can do anything. I totally believe that. But if you don't have the knowledge of that, you'll never be able to achieve that. And then some people don't understand what it takes. They see the glitz and the glamour, but they don't understand the hard work behind it. And then some people actually know, but they're not willing to put themselves through it. You get what I'm saying? Think about it. We got people that taught themselves how to read without any help. But then we'll have a person that don't know how to read, a friend that don't know how to read, right? And won't teach itself. And it's like, yo, I don't know how. What do you mean don't know how? Well, go sit in the corner when you're in the crib. This ain't got nothing to do with me. Go sit your ass in the corner. Go start with hooked on phonics. A, I, B, P, B, C, K, K, D, T, T. You better start from the beginning. You better do 101. You better take yourself back to preschool. But you don't want to do that. So it's not that you can't, it's that you don't want to, right? So it's always discipline, right? Or you don't have the time to, because real life is a mother. You know what? I get it. But we have to find these times to figure these things out. You know what I mean? Because we are influenced by so many other things. So when you come home, you always have time to work on yourself. You can't tell me you don't have time to work on yourself. If you don't have time to work on yourself, then you got the world working you too much. Because even if you have an 8-hour job and you come home, even if you have babies and all of that, you should fit yourself to a schedule. If not, you should bring that discipline into your life. And I believe so, even though I have not done that yet, and I am trying to do that every day. I am working towards that. But when you're not, that's when you are failing yourself. That's what I would consider that. Not saying I would never say you're a failure. You know what I mean? It's just go back to what I said. You can't dig. We could dig a hole, but you can't dig it too deep. You get what I'm saying? Because once that hole is dug too deep, you need somebody else's help, and then you can never ever rely on nobody. That's the one thing in this world. We get a lot of disappointment from other people. We don't even disappoint ourselves that much. We get a lot of disappointment from other people because we put our all into other people. And you may be there for another person, you feel me? Like, bet my 2 dimes, I'm going to be there for you if I say so. But I promise you, if I make a promise to my goddamn self, I'm more liable to break that. Right? Crazy, right? That's wicked. And sometimes, I guess we got to start loving ourselves more, right? But we also got to take accountability, right? My dogs is knocked out. I don't know if you can hear them snort. But sometimes we just got to take accountability and get our mind right. Don't let the world take us over. Have a plan for the future. Make a small goal. You get what I'm saying? Like, I do math with everything. So, like, if you want to get yourself right, I always tell you, add up your bills, every single bill for the month, and what you want to spend for yourself to be comfortable, right? Then just divide it by 30, and I tell you how much you got to make a day, how much a week, all of that. So you know where to start setting yourself in life. And then always throw in there $10, $20 you want to save a day. If you can get that down pat, believe me, the future is going to look bright, because everything that you got going on is going to grow. Don't keep your head down. Don't rush for nothing. And whatever God you believe in, if you don't believe in no God, that's fine. But you got you, God got you, all that. I love you. You feel me? I love anybody trying to get their life together and do the right thing. You know why? Because we got so many doodle people in the world. And it's only right that good people start doing, or regular people start becoming better people, so we could become great people, and we start having and have a better society in the world. You know what I mean? It's a better society in this world. Everybody needs to get up and get their mind right. You know what I mean? I believe in the world of balance. There's gonna be have and have nots, but I always believe people could strive to be better no matter your situation. You know what I mean? Cause there's always a brighter day tomorrow. That's why we got a heartbeat. And I love you, Nomad Radio, tapping out. Thank you for tuning into the Jekyll and Hyde podcast. I love all y'all, and thank you for hearing me out. This was very therapeutic. I hope you got something from this. If not, thank you. I appreciate everything, man. Keep it 100. Only radio station without a radio station. This one I speak from the heart. One love, y'all. Holla at your boy.